Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to another video. Today we're back in Zone 2 and we're going to be beating Tower of Great Displeasure. So this tower starts off pretty easy, but it's really long. So first you've got some ladder jumps. And then you literally just have to parkour around this. Here's a small shortcut. There is an invisible one-stud pole right here, which skips a decent amount, because otherwise you'd have to go over there and do that head hitter and stuff. So it's pretty useful. And once you get to the top of this ladder, what you want to do is just jump down to here. You go across this ladder and you're onto floor 2, which just starts off with a load of circular jumps. Now you get to this part. This part's pretty easy. Just make sure you're in high health when you go in, and you should be fine. And once you get to the end, you can climb up this ladder. This part, actually you just want to go through the wall, so you can just skip this whole part and go behind them. And this part's pretty easy. It's just a load of 4-stud wraparounds and jumps. Small shortcut there though. Now when you get to here, you could actually skip this outside section by going over there and flat wall glitching through there. But it might skip a checkpoint, so I don't recommend it. A checkpoint is basically if you touch it, it means you... so if you touch a win pad without getting all the checkpoints, it basically thinks you're cheating, so then you get kicked. So I don't know if there is one on this outside section, but just to be safe. You can do it all the other times, though, if you want. But first you want to go this way and get a button. And then you have to go all the way back. There's a lot of that in this tower, by the way. And once you finally get back, you can now go across this way. We've got some pretty easy wraparounds. And you can see again. Here you just have to go across this one stud platform, which becomes increasingly harder to see, but just take your time if you need to. Don't worry about the kill bricks too much. Now this part is a conveyor, so you have to just jump against it and try not to die at the same time. When you get to here, you can heal. And then go across this way. I just recommend going across like that. Skips a lot. And yeah, the conveyor's always pushing the opposite way that you're trying to go. So, well, kind of. You know what I mean. And now, before you can get back inside the tower, you have to get this button on a load of half stud platforms, which is easy, but if you do, it's also pretty easy to mess up. And then of course you have to go back. And then, finally, you can get back inside the tower. It's a pretty long outside section, but there's other long ones as well. This conveyor is pushing against you. And then this one's kind of pushing to the right. And then this one you can launch if you want to. On these moving platforms, I recommend jumping to the one that's a little bit more further out than the rest. Which is not this one, it's this one here. Once you get to here, you have a small speed run part to do here. You do these jumps, get the button, and then go back. It's pretty easy, so you should be able to get there and back before the timer runs out. Now next you want to go across this ice part to get another button. This next button is a very good button because it means if you fall you don't have to do the outside section again. You can just climb up that ladder. Of course you could just do the flat wall glitch that I told you about as well. But yeah. Especially if you don't know how to flat wall glitch. Now we have a pretty easy speed part, so don't worry about it. Once you get to here, this is a pretty big part right here. I recommend skipping these kill brick wraparounds, just because it's not really worth it. And yeah, heal wherever you need to. Now, you have to go inside this box. Don't worry, these red lines are only kill bricks. And first you want to go this way for another button. So this tightrope part could actually be a little bit challenging, but doesn't really matter if you fall, because you don't really fall far. And yeah, the hardest thing about this part is probably the fact that at some point the tightropes start to change direction a bit. And here you have to kind of jump and turn. And yeah, it can be pretty annoying sometimes. But that's not all. Once you get outside, you have another really long part to do before you can get the button. So this is a kill brick part, so here you need to be really quick. This is the hardest one to survive on, so the healing platform is right here. And sometimes if you stand very still on the kill brick, then you can just heal that way because it won't hurt you. But the next healing spot's here. But yeah, the first one's easily the hardest. Okay, now this next one is pretty scary, but it's also really easy, so you literally just want to jump across the kill brick spinning platform. The walls are can't-glide false, so you can just go straight through them. And then heal right here. And yeah, you can just heal like that on the kill brick. And finally you get the button. But wait, now you have to go all the way back. So yeah, I sped it up just because otherwise this video would be way too long. It's already way too long, so. Yeah, you have to go all the way back. Doesn't matter if you fall though, on this part. So yeah, back inside the box, you can now finally go across this way. And I have a pretty cool part right here where it's kind of rotating room and you just have to try and go through the gaps. Can be a bit disorienting though. Once you get to the top, you walk off and you have this part that makes you jump just a little bit less far. It's pretty easy. Some more of these moving platform, rotating ones. But just jump as high as you can and you'll be fine. Just keep going upwards. And then when you get to here, this is probably one of the longest parts of the tower. So first you've got this part. You don't have to do this part, you can just skip it. Now this conveyor is kind of, it's not going the way it says, it's going the opposite way. And then this one is going the way it says, and then this one isn't. That last conveyor, you can just walk straight off. And if you just hold W, or just forwards, you will get onto the ladder. So this floor basically has like quite a few challenges, and every challenge there's a button which kind of acts as a checkpoint to the last challenge. So here, the lighter blue parts you can't stand on, so just follow the where I go. And that's the first challenge. These first two are pretty easy. This jump here is pretty long, so be careful there. Now, in my opinion, this is the hardest challenge on the floor. And the longest, I think. So yeah, I recommend healing right here. Just stay as long as you need, really. And once you're healed, I recommend jumping off and then trying to make it to this platform. Let's jump around this wall. And when you get to here, in my opinion, that's the worst of this challenge done. But there's still quite a bit left. So first heal again. Now just stay on this moving platform until you get to the end of this part. Once you get to here, just follow where I go, and then you're done with this challenge. And once you get to here, you're finally done with the kill bricks. Just a few tight ropes and then you're at the end. I do recommend being careful on these though, you do not want to fall here. And there you go. This next challenge is really easy though. You just have to jump across these. If you ever do need to heal though, just kind of stay where you are and kind of just jump and avoid the kill bricks. Like this. And once you get this button, you never have to do the really annoying stage again. Now last stage, this one's also pretty hard. So you want to be quick here. As soon as you get around here, you want to jump to the next one. Now once you're onto this platform, do not go to the one in the middle. That is a trap, kind of. It just doesn't lead you anywhere. This part, I figured out a cool way. Here you can just stand on the edge, and then it will just take you with it when it comes around. And then for this one, I just kind of look under, and then when I see it coming, I just walk off, like that. Once you do that, that is that part done with. And I'd say you're around halfway now. But now we have speedrun part. It'd take a lot quicker than I did because I almost did not make it, but it's pretty easy. Now once you get to here, jump down to here, and there are some transparent platforms that they do have shadow blocks, but you can see them a tiny bit as well. This one's a bit scary because I'm pretty sure it's like a 1 stud thick platform, but as long as you just jump where you think it is, you should be good. And now, there is a dropper, so that's cool. You have to go all the way down. And when you finally get to the bottom, just do the parkour. It's pretty straightforward, most of it. Here, I recommend just jumping straight up to this one, small shortcut. And then you can skip a few of these 1 studs. Now there's a small outside section. Try not to fall here. It's pretty easy though. And once you get this button, you never have to do it again. So now you go across this parkour. And you never even have to do this outside part again, really. You don't go back inside this way. You actually jump up to here. And now you can keep going. Now you have some kind of small jumps. I recommend doing the skips that I do, just to make it a bit easier. This jump's pretty long, so I recommend going from sideways, like that. But once you've done those, that's the dropper part done. Here, just try not to die. And you just have to go around these kill bricks. Then walk across these platforms. And now you want to jump on the wraparounds that you went around before the dropper. So if you fall there, you have to do the dropper part again. Now for this part, pretty scary jumps. I think I failed here the first time I got here. But just be careful there and you should be good. Once you get here, you want to just jump down to here. And now we are at the next longest part of the tower. So yeah, there are 5 pillars. Each of them has a button that you need. Some are really easy and then some are a bit harder. I think this is one of the easy ones. This one's just simple parkour, yeah. Now be careful, this white platform is a conveyor. And so is this one, so here you need to jump off onto the platform, which is kind of a scary jump. But that's probably the only hard part of this one. Once you get the button, you go down and walk into this sign. Then you can go to the next one. This one's also pretty easy. This jump's pretty long though, so be careful on that one. But that's pretty much this steeple thing done. I can't even remember what it's called. Pillar, that's it. Okay, this is one of the harder ones, in my opinion. This one's got a few tight jumps in. The outside sections are just 1 studs though, so you're good there. Here, just keep jumping until eventually your character will climb on like that. This is a scary jump. I recommend to just kind of treat it as a head hitter. Shift lock and then do the head hitter like that. This ladder, climb up the side like that. This conveyor, make sure you jump to the start of it and don't jump off until the end, so then you can get the maximum momentum. This one, do the opposite because it's really easy to just under-jump it and over-jump it. So you need to kind of jump at the start, but then let go a little bit before the edge. And that's pretty much this steeple done with. You've just got these 1 studs. Pillar, not steeple, that's the one. Once you get to the end of these 1 studs, climb the ladder, and there's the button. Two pillars to go. This pillar has a lot of kind of invisible platforms and stuff. Just walk across to there, and then again, like that. There's also fake platforms, but that will come later. Here, only jump on the dark green. This jump is pretty long, so be careful there. But you cannot jump on the light green. Once you get back inside the tower here, there's an invisible block right here. Do not try the ladder because it can collide false. And again here, don't go onto those platforms. And now you have a part where you can't move unless you hold space. So I just recommend holding space and then just going sideways. You can take your time on the going sideways part, but I recommend just holding space all the way through. Once you get to here, you're safe. Just go across the ladder, and then you can climb up the other side. And there we go, last pillar. This pillar isn't easy, but it's not hard either. It's kind of a mixture. But it's really short, so that's cool. Some kind of scary wraparounds here. And there you go. Once you've got all 5 buttons from each pillar, you can proceed to climb this ladder. And each button activated one of these platforms here. So the red one activated that, and so on. And now I think we are on to floor 8. Which, this part's probably one of the hardest parts of the tower. So here, I recommend moving as little as possible on these. And not always with shift lock. If you have to jump kind of around it, then I recommend shift lock, but when you're not, just jump without shift lock. Now this is a pretty scary part. You just have to jump across this rotating platform, do the parkour that's on it. Some more scary jumps right here. But once you get to this platform, you're good. This head hitter is also pretty scary, but just kind of let yourself go down a bit and then do the head hitter like I did. And now, we are on to floor 9. This floor is pretty scary, but just try doing what I do and you should be good. Also, this music's really cool. These conveyors are pretty hard, so be careful there. And then this last one, let it launch you to kind of try and get the full momentum of it. Because last time I got here I didn't, and then I just completely underjumped it.
The government,
These 1 studs are pretty scary, but these ones you can just walk across. Don't worry, just literally hold down sideways, or A, or whatever your key is, and you should be good. And that is floor 9. Now we are on to floor 10, which is kind of a boss fight, which is pretty cool. So basically you have to get all 3 buttons, and then go to the very middle where it will teleport you. For this last challenge, don't let the conveyor launch you, kind of just stay on it and just go nice and gently like that. And once you get this last button, you go to here. And now this is the last part of the tower. It's pretty scary, and it has 2 12-stud jumps at the very end. So good luck on those. 11-stud jump here. But luckily if you fall, doesn't really matter. And now for the last 2 12-stud jumps. This one, if you fall, you get caught. But then this one, if you fall, you are screwed. So, really be careful on those. And once you've done that, that is Tower of Great Displeasure complete. I actually really like it. It's pretty cool. And it's really long, so. Hope this video helped you out if you did beat this tower. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.